Hi, everyone. Today, I want to update my video about variations because I made the video about variations on Etsy and then they changed the dashboard. Of course, so it looks different. It's confusing people. So this is the new Etsy dashboard for listings. It's the listing manager. And let's go in and look at the variations and how to set that up because it's really not that difficult, but it does give you a few options and you have to figure out how they work together. So let's go and look at that now. We're in the listings manager and I'm going to choose this one just to pretend like I'm going to put some variations on it because I don't have variations. Now, when you're in here, this is where you do the variations on desktop. You can't do this on the app yet. And at some point they might let you, but it's going to be a heck of a lot easier to do it on desktop. So I would just go ahead and do it there. So you want to scroll down to where the variations are, click add variations. And variations, you can have two. That doesn't mean you can only have two colors or two sizes, but the main variation, like the type of variation, like color, size, pattern, those are the main categories of variations. You can have those variations, then multiple options under that. So don't worry about that, but we're going to choose primary color. And I do want to link photos to this variation because I saw there were two photos in here of different colors. So we're going to do that. And then we're also going to choose the options. So this is what I was talking about. It's going to give you multiple options. So we had some orange ones and some purple ones. So once you're done there, those have now shown up and it says select photo. Now, if you have turned this off and you don't want to turn the photo on, that's fine. It'll just look like this. But I think it's good if you have, especially colors, you can show people what color they're ordering. And then there's less of a confusion because people get confused. All right, so just click select photo and that's going to add it to the listing and then you're done with that. All right, so I'm going to click done there. Now, if the price is different on this variation, you can turn the price on, you can turn the different quantities on if you have 3 of one and 1 of the other or whatever. And if you want to keep track of the SKU, which is a stock keeping unit, that's really just for you and it doesn't show up in the listing, that's for your inventory, then you can turn that on. I'm not going to do that on this one. I want to go and create a second variation that Etsy doesn't offer us. And then I'll show you how to do that. So we're going to click apply for here. And that now is going to be the first variation. Well, I guess I could click on there. It's going to show up here on the dashboard. But let's say I want to do one for pattern because I also have different patterns. So we're going to click manage variations again. And we're going to add a variation. Now, remember, you can do 2 variations. Okay, so I'm going to click create your own because it's not one that's showing up. And they're actually probably, I'm not sure if this is true, but they might give you different options for variations in different categories. So you might see different things than I have. That's okay. Just choose one. And if you have to make up your own, just do the create your own. And I do, let's say let's not link photos to this one. I want to see what that looks like without. Now the options here, I'm going to put in monarch and click add. And then I'm going to put in morpho because that's another type of butterfly. And I'll do a third one to show you that you can do more than 2 because it's options. You can have as many options as they'll let you. I'm not sure what the limit is. Let's do swallowtail because that's another type of butterfly. And now we have that. So we're done with that. And I'm going to click done. That will show up here. Now, let's say that I do want to do different prices, different quantities. I don't need to do the SKU. You can put the SKU number, like I said, the customer doesn't see that. It's really just for you. But I do want to do different prices and quantities for this one. So I'm going to do that. But I only want to do it for the pattern one, not for the color one. So I'm going to go over here and just choose pattern and pattern. And that should be it. I'm going to click apply. And then it's going to show you back in the dashboard. Now you can choose, people can choose the pattern, but you have to fill this out. And I did not choose to show the pictures on this one. Remember, I didn't toggle that on. So that's fine. So I'm going to do $12 and 3 of them are available because it's showing up. $15 and 2 are available and $14 and 1 is available. Now, this could be anything. The problem with Etsy, with the variations and the quantities, when this sells out, it doesn't tell you that it's sold out. So you're going to have this sitting there and you're going to have to check this yourself. And it's really aggravating because if you have something that sells well, you're not going to know that it's sold out if there are other ones still available. It's annoying. So you have to kind of pay attention. I tend to not put the quantity in there if it's something that I can just make over and over. It's a lot easier and then you don't have to worry about it. So if you have quantity, you just need to be aware that you need to pay attention to that. Okay. And then you just leave this here. When you're done with the listing, click publish changes. And I'll go back and delete this because I don't really have these variations. But when you look at the listing, you're going to see what this looks like for customers. They will now be able to see the 2 variations that I put up. And when the dropdown comes down, it's going to have the price and it won't have the inventory, I guess. I think that that might just be something that people will say, well, let's try it. Let's do orange. And let's do, I think the swallowtail only had 1, right? So it's only giving 1 as an option. So it'll only tell you that you can have that 1 item as an option. Now you're going to have to figure out between these 2 variations how that works, because let's say I have 2 orange swallowtails or only 1 purple swallowtail. That's going to get tricky because it's not clear how these work together. So you might want to just do a separate listing. If you have things that are going to be conflicting. So like I said, if I have 1 purple swallowtail pattern, but not an orange one, this is still giving people the option to buy 1 orange swallowtail. So that's an issue. And you might just have to do, like I said, a separate listing, because there's no way in here that I can see. If somebody knows the answer, let me know. But there's no way in here. If you put 2 variations, I don't see a way that you can limit people if there's only 1 left and it's only 1 of these colors. You know what I mean? So you just have to kind of figure it out for yourself. All right. So that's how it works though. And like I said, when you go to the listing itself, that's how it looks. If you have questions, let me know, but that's the new dashboard. And it is a little bit confusing because people think 2 variations and then you see the 2 that they've given you, but it's not just that. You can create your own, and you can have multiple options underneath. So like I said, give me any questions and I will talk to you later.